sûr?
Oui, c'est une belle aventure.
Le premier homme sur la Lune. T'imagines un peu?
Most people just remember Armstrong as this shadowy figure walking off of the ladder and saying one small step for man.
La mission qu'on a choisie est si difficile. Elle exige un tel niveau d'avancée technologique qu'on va être obligé de repartir à zéro.
Neil was such a private man and hadn't really agreed to many interviews. There wasn't any sort of book that was reliable about him. And so when I met him for the first time, I was a bit, intimidated. I was meeting this global icon, but I was put at ease pretty quickly with him. And he was I don't know, I kind of expected him to be maybe a cold, sort of emotionless man, hard to get to know. But I found him just to be the opposite. He was very sociable, very friendly. Of course, I had done a lot of interviews with engineers over my career, and Neil, first and foremost, was an engineer.
Neil, si ce vol est un succès, vous entrerez dans l'histoire. Qu'est-ce que ça vous inspire?
Nous ne prévoyons rien d'autre qu'un succès sur ce vol.
But, I had 55 hours of tape-recorded interview, but, I still think there's elements of his personality that, are still hard to explain to people and hard to explain even to myself as the biographer.
Eh ben dis donc, c'est une sacrée bête.
Ouais, mais ça va nous pulvériser comme une bombe atomique si ça explose.
Le module n'est pas encore assez sûr.
C'est ici qu'on doit échouer, si on veut pas échouer là-haut.
C'est pas un vol comme les autres. Tu vas pas au bureau?
Tu vas revenir à la maison?
Well, I was co-producer on the film, and I was at the movie shoot almost every day, and I had questions from the director, from Ryan Gosling, from Claire Foy, and from other producers. Almost every day I had a handful of questions to answer. But I think the main role I had was in reviewing the screenplay as it was being written by Josh Singer. I probably provided Josh Singer with, over the course of many months, 500 pages of comments, and not all. I think he read them all. He paid attention to them all. I think they weren't all accepted. I mean, they were making a movie, and they had the experience as movie makers, where I was the historian and biographer. And then when I saw the actual movie cut, I realized, that really turned out pretty well. I didn't really need to be so worried about that. I think it's a brilliant, stunning film. I like the fact that it takes a very fresh look. It's quite a bit unexpected. A lot of people would think it's another version of Apollo 13 or The Right Stuff. It's a much darker, more visceral, and a much more nuanced and subtle.
On maîtrise la situation.
Vous êtes des Boy Scouts. Vous ne maîtrisez rien du tout.
And I think it will, as a film, have an impact on the historical writing of the period, that we go back and take another look at this era. And I hope you enjoy the movie First Man.